Right, okay, so let's start with the first part of setting up our platform game prototype. And for this first video, we're just going to create the new file and get the layout sorted. So what I'm going to do is break up the first handout that I've done for you in terms of your instructions into the 5 smaller headings. So 5 videos that will make the videos will be nice and small and digestible. You'll notice I'm using Construct 3 here. It might look a little bit different to yours, but don't worry, it'll act exactly the same. I'm just using the downloadable app that you can get for Construct 3 rather than going through the browser. Okay, now the first thing you're going to need to do is log in. So in the top corner here, just click on that and click Login. And that will bring up your details. You might have to enter them and just click login. Now it's important you do that before you make a start, or you just need to make sure you're logged in, because otherwise you're going to be restricted on the layers and things that you can do. Okay, then click new project, and where the name is, let's type in platformer. If you've got another name, that's fine. You want the preset to be on SD Landscape 16:9, and that will automatically put that viewpoint size in. Landscape and event sheet, and that's all okay. So you can leave the rest like that and click create. Quick reminder about our layout here. So the layout, this is where the level goes, and that dotted line there is what the player will see. So this is the camera, if you like, that's on the player. We've got our event sheet. This is where we'll put all of our actions and events that we're going to need. Over on the right hand side, we have our project palette, and at the bottom we have our layer palette. And on the left hand side, we have our properties. So I'm often going to make reference to the right hand side and dragging stuff from there, and the left hand side and altering details in there. The first thing we need to do is set up the size of our level. Now, depending on whether you're going to do a horizontal scrolling platform game or a vertical scrolling platform game, this will differ ever so slightly. So I'll set it up for a horizontal, as that's what most people will do, and then I'll change it to the vertical. So over in the top corner where the projects are, we've got layouts, and we need to click on the layout 1, and that will bring up our properties over here. Okay, now this viewport size we've already set. This is 854 by 480. We can check that by clicking on here, so the platformer game itself, and if we look down our properties, we can see the viewport size there, 854 by 480. So if we'll go back to our layout 1, now we'll want the height to be the same size as the viewport, because for this one we're not going to be going up or down, we're just going to be going across. So that height needs to be the 480. So if we come over to our size here, that needs to be 480. This is for a horizontal scrolling level. And then the length, well, it depends how large you want your level to be. I'm going to set this to 4000 like the handout suggests. And if I need to make it shorter, I can always change that a bit later on, can't I? Okay, and that's everything. So let's click enter. And now you should see that the dotted line just goes along here. So this is the first screen the player will see, and then they will scroll along like this. Now, if we wanted to make a vertical vertical platform game, vertical scrolling one, then we would need the length to be 854, as that's the length of our viewport. So we need to change that one to 854 and this one to 4000 instead. And as you can see, then we've got a longer level at the bottom there. But for now, we're going to keep it, and I'm going to work towards a horizontal. So those of you that have chosen to do a vertical one, you will need just to adapt the things that you need to adapt. Okay, that's it for the first video. Well done. If you've done all that, you've completed step 1, which is creating a new file. The next video will be setting up the platforms. So have a look through the playlist and click on number 2. All right.